We're currently living in a time where there's more invisible creators than creators that are actually visible, and you're probably one of them if you stumbled across this video. You've been doing everything right. You're posting consistently, you're following trends, you're showing up, but that is not enough. In 2025, being a content creator is very, very competitive. We're at an all-time high of the amount of people trying to be content creators, people trying to get business sales and leads via online. This is a very hard time to be making content. There's over 200 million people trying to make content online. Good content is not good enough. So you may think the edits are fire, you may think everything you're doing is great, but it's not good enough. So let's go over what are some things that are making you invisible and how can you change them. Biggest thing, you know I'm gonna say this, you don't have a POV, you don't have a brand identity. A lot of people are just posting videos that they see other people do with no rhyme or reason. They don't understand. They saw their favorite creator do it, now they want to recreate it and call it their content and call it and say they're influencers, and that's just not how it works. To have influence, you need connection with people. That's the key. And for you to create content that everyone else is doing is not creating that connection. It's so easy to blend in this way, and if you're not giving people a reason to follow you, you are not doing anything but posting videos consistently on a platform. You are not a creator and you are not an influencer, because people need a reason to come back to you. If they don't have that reason, you will not be making money, you will not grow, it is going to be hard for you. Another thing is people don't know what to expect from you. If you post all over the place, you just upload to stay consistent but not really owning an identity and owning a lane, me as your audience member, me as somebody scrolling on YouTube, me as somebody scrolling on TikTok, for me to follow, I have to know what's to come, right? Every time I follow someone, I know, okay, this is what I can expect from this person. If I don't know that, even me as a consumer, I am not following that person, because I need to be able to know upfront within that 60-second video on TikTok, within that 10-minute video on YouTube, this is what I'm getting from this person. And I want you to sit down and ask yourself, do you actually make content like that where people are saying, okay, I know I'm following her, I know I'm following him because of X. A lot of people are scared to own a lane. A lot of people hate the word niche. A lot of people hate the word pillars because they feel like it boxes them in. But like I've said several times on this channel, several times on TikTok, what that does is allows an audience to give associations to you. So now words come to their mind when they think of you as a creator. Words come to their mind when they think of you as a business. This is important because those things are creating a connection with the audience member. And if you can't do that, you're not going to make money. It's easier for somebody to say, okay, I make gluten-free recipes only that are under 30 minutes. If I'm someone that's always short on time and I'm allergic to gluten, I know that this person is for me to follow. But if somebody just makes, I'm just a chef and I cook any and everything, and I know I have a specific diet, I don't know if this will serve me. So you have to think within your own content, what is serving other people? Myron Golden said something so profound, and I love that he said this, and he was just saying a lot of people go wrong with content creation because they make content that they themselves want to create and want to see, but they don't actually go that extra step to see, is there a place in the marketplace for you? Is there a need, a demand in the marketplace for whatever you're providing as far as content? Another huge thing, and the biggest thing, I have a psychology degree and I use it all the time when I'm thinking about marketing, and this is so important. The only thing that is going to help you make a connection is the emotional aspect of making content. Hear me out. Your content has to have this like emotional stickiness. Like people have to immediately feel the need to comment, feel the need to insert themselves because you've related to them so much. Every time I make a video, I always think, how can I get people to be like, dang girl, you read me like a book, you were inside my brain. I need you to go inside the brain of the audience members you're trying to attract, and I need you to find those things that is going to get them up out of their seat. And what I mean by that, that's just a phrase. Get them commenting, get them engaging, get them feeling like, oh my gosh, this video was specifically for me and me only. You need those moments that make people say, oh my gosh, that's me, or oh my gosh, I never thought of it like that. You need those moments. If you look in your comment section and you see a ton of comments like that, you are doing something right, and you just have to keep being consistent and keep putting out content because people they're emotionally relating to you, and once you have them emotionally, you have them for life. So what you're going to do to shift this is I need you to go narrow to get deep. I need you to get deep. If you're somebody that is doing surface level content, and this era is going to be very, very hard for you. People like people who literally overshare, over explain, and overdo. Those may feel uncomfortable if you're somebody that may be an introvert, you don't like sharing too much. We're in an era where emotions are running the content. So if you're not able to really dive deep in your own content, in your own personal story, take the topics that you talk about and connect to them emotionally and give your own past experience and your own personal experience, your POV, point of view, and you have to attach it to your own emotions and story. This is what will get people going, y'all. This is the cheat code, but a lot of people get uncomfortable and they feel like they don't want to overshare, they don't want to overdo, they don't want to do too much. That is what it's going to cost in this day and age. You have to become undeniable in your zone. Like when it comes to branding, I feel that I am undeniable in my zone. People that come across my content, I don't question, oh my gosh, I don't know, like she seems like she knows what she's talking about, but not really. Those thoughts never cross my mind because I am an over explainer, I'm an oversharer. I make sure people understand exactly what I'm saying. So I know that I'm undeniable in this field. So you have to know that for yourself in whatever aspect of content that you create, pillars, niches. You have to know that, you know what, when it comes to this thing, nobody's got me. When it comes to my exchanges with me as a nail tech and my clients, and I film these exchanges, I know I'm the funniest. I know I'm the funniest nail tech. What is that thing? You have to figure it out. Please remember, guys, that you don't need to go viral. You need to be remembered. Saves and shares are more important than likes and views. I need people to feel the need to, oh my gosh, I have to come back to this piece of content. I have to comment on this piece of content. I have to share this to my friend and tell her I was just thinking this. That's what the content has to do. We can no longer do the bare minimum when it comes to content creation and expect maximum results. It doesn't work that way. Nothing in life works that way. The same way you can go to college and expect to get paid what a lawyer pays when you're done, it's insane. You have to put in that time. You have to put in that effort. You have to do, every time you make a video, you need to think, is this my best? And can I make this better than the last? If you always do that, you will have no issues creating content. The problem is people get in this mundane task of, okay, I'm going to just film 5 videos back to back. It is what it is. I'm throwing out what I need to throw out. I'm not really going to make sure that the content is per se better than the last pieces that I created, but at least I'm being consistent. That is not enough, y'all. That is going to lead to burnout because you're not going to see results, and then you're going to be sad because, oh my gosh, I posted consistently for 6 months, but I've never seen any substantial growth anywhere, blah, blah, blah. That is because your content is mediocre and you are blending in with the crowd. And I hate to be the one to say that, but that is the truth. It's the truth. It has to have some edge, guys. There's 30,000 to 80,000 to 1 million people doing exactly what you do, that are doing high protein, low fat diet recipes. There's everyone is doing everything at this moment. There's 1 million people that are doing what I do, but I know what my edge is and I know what my difference is and I know what I need to lean into to get to where I want to be. I hope this video was helpful to you. If so, please make sure you drop that secret emoji. And if you're still struggling with figuring out your purpose, content to create, what is your lane, what is your niche, drop purpose in the comment section. I will send you a link to the breakthrough content system, which will help you identify what that is. It is time to move past doing beauty content, doing fitness content, doing lifestyle content. All of these broad things are going to get you nowhere, and it's going to get you mixed in with everyone else. So please keep that in mind. I hope you've subscribed if you haven't already, if this was helpful to you. I will see you guys soon in another video. Bye, guys.